Hello. Well, there have been some pretty awful wildfires going on in Greece right now. Let's just have a look at this. Wildfires outside Athens, it says here, have closed motorways and forced thousands of people to flee seaside resorts. Strong winds pushed flames through hillside scrub and pine forests parched by extreme heat. Now, this is probably not strictly true. You might be able to keep wildfires going through dry scrub, but you don't need anything to start a pine forest burning because, you see, pine forests are filled with pine trees. I'll get onto the sorts of pine trees we're talking about in a little while. But the point about the pine trees is they're full of resin. Resin's highly flammable, as are the pine cones themselves. Right, but what sort of reaction can you have to something like this? Because no doubt it is a terrible tragedy. And think of all the pollution from the smoke. Well, while you're thinking about that, I'll tell you I am Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. I'm also on Twitter and Gab. That's where I let you know when I've uploaded a new video. All the links are in the description, as are links to donation sites if you wish to use them. But if you really want to help my channel immediately and at no cost to yourself, click the like button, please. And you can share this and you can subscribe to my channel as well. Remember, YouTube drops subscriptions without notice sometimes. So even if you think you're subscribed, just check that out. Okay, so there is another way of reacting to this problem here. You can do this. Yeah, you can parade around in a church wearing silly red drapery and singing about how you're doing something. Oh, by the way, somewhere here, they actually go round a, I can't see it now. There's a sort of fountain which has been created by a well-known climate activist sculptor, and it's an oil fountain. And I've seen that oil fountain. I wonder if it's here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. And this oil fountain, I just look at it and I think that could have been used by some isolated African village that need to pump water from deep in the ground for fresh, clean water for their village. Instead, it's in this thing in Bristol Cathedral. It's just a passing thought. Anyway, I found this on a page called Christian Climate Action, and apparently concerned Christians can act. I mean, literally act, dress up in silly clothes and parade around a church as if they're at some pagan festival that's taken over Christianity. Oh, wait. No, let's leave that alone for the moment. On Tuesday, the 15th of June, Christian Climate Action joined with XR Bristol, oh, all good Christians them, and the Bristol Climate Choir, where you can go and listen to songs about, well, climate, at Bristol Cathedral. Oh yeah, here we are, Luke Jerram, to stage a launch ceremony for Luke's latest artwork entitled Oil Fountain, currently on display in the cathedral. So you go to the cathedral, but instead of thinking about, well, I don't know what might you think about in a cathedral? Climate. Oh, Jesus, that's the guy. I thought there was something in there. Anyway, instead of thinking about him, you're looking at an oil fountain created by Luke Jerram. But this is what you can do about, well, wildfires in Greece, isn't it? And I couldn't find the lyrics, but the song they're singing at that parade, I didn't get all of them because they were intoning them in this sort of dirgy voice. But the last thing I did hear was, so we can tell our children we tried to do something. Oh yeah, this is really trying to do something. Let's turn the sound down a bit. Oh, they're having a great time, aren't they? Oh, never mind. Anyway, yeah, they're really doing something for the environment. Now, I want to show you what they could be doing, because here we have this hysterical article from 2021. Climate change, forever plant seagrass faces uncertain future. Yeah, it does. According to the BBC anyway, in 2021. And that's because the green underwater meadows of Posidonia seagrass that surround the Balearic Islands are one of the world's most powerful natural defences against climate change. And it says here a hectare of this ancient delicate plant can soak up 15 times more carbon dioxide every year than a similar sized piece of the Amazon rainforest. But this global treasure is now under extreme pressure from tourists, from development, and ironically from climate change. So let's all blame climate change, and you know, and let's have another parade around a church. Or you can do this. Yeah, seagrass from Orkney regenerates Firth of Forth. So Orkney still has a lot of seagrass, and you've got these people out there farming, basically farming seagrass. They're collecting seeds from certain clumps. They're being very careful not to over collect, and they're taking the heaviest clumps and taking every third plant, the seeds, and then they're planting them in the Firth of Forth to replace the seagrass. Now, one way the seagrass has been damaged is by development and what does it say here? Thanks to decades of land reclamation and industrial use, the remaining seagrass meadows are under threat. This is in the Firth of Forth. But now the important habitat is being regenerated with seeds harvested in Orkney. Okay, so you can do this, or you can do this. Right, well, I mean, it's a bit more musical and a bit less chilly, I would suggest. But which one do you think is going to be better for the environment? Answers on a postcard, please, or in the comments below. Now, I'm going to make another video about the wildfires in Greece, but I thought, first of all, we should have a think about these guys and about the church in Bristol, which seems to have lost interest in Jesus recently. Well, you get the punters in on this sort of a thing, don't you? Oil fountains when the oil could have been donated to some isolated village in Africa. Yeah, I mean, why give up your Sunday morning when you can worry about the destruction of Posidonia, of course, how silly, I should have realised. Or just making gasping sounds about the death of Posidonia instead of getting out there and actually doing something about it. All right, well, as I said, next video, going to be talking about the wildfires in Greece, which I am not minimising, by the way, they're awful. But let's think why they're happening. Till next time.